Welcome to this explainer. Pull up a chair, guys, because as your mentor today, I'm going to show you how to finally make your hard work stick. We're diving into an incredibly fascinating breakdown of a Japanese study routine that literally changes the game for memory retention and deep focus. Look, tell me if this sounds familiar. Have you ever studied incredibly hard, poured hours into your textbooks, genuinely felt like you grasped the material, only to wake up the next morning and feel like your mind is just a complete blank slate? I know exactly how frustrating it is to feel like you've completely wasted your effort. It is a horrible feeling when you sit down for an exam and the knowledge is just gone.
But let me reassure you right now, it's really not your fault. This isn't a flaw in your intelligence, and it definitely isn't a sign that you aren't trying hard enough. Your brain is simply doing its automatic, natural job of clearing out what it assumes is temporary background noise. Think of it like emptying the recycling bin on your laptop to save space, you know? It wants to be efficient, so it tosses out what it thinks you don't need.
Section 1. Why your brain deletes information. Let's look at exactly why your brain keeps hitting that delete button on your intense study sessions. Most students fall into what we call the input-only trap. You know the drill, just rereading text, highlighting passages over and over, basically trying to cram information in. Well, as your mentor, I need you to stop doing this right now. Instead, highly successful Japanese students use an output-first strategy. Before they even think about absorbing new information, they actively test themselves on what they learned yesterday. They prioritize outputting information from their brain before inputting a single new thing. By actively trying to recall yesterday's work before starting today's, you are sending a loud, clear signal to your brain. You're proving that this data is absolutely essential, which strengthens those neural pathways. It's kind of like walking the exact same path in a dense forest every single day until it eventually becomes a paved road. You are essentially demanding that your brain makes the memory permanent. Which brings us to Section 2, calming rituals for deep focus. Before we can even begin to output, test ourselves, or study effectively, we have to set the stage. I want you to try the snail pace ritual. Step 1, pour a cup of tea, but do it slowly. Step 2, mindfully arrange your study space. Step 3, close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. You must intentionally slow down the chaotic, fast-paced world around you. If you jump from scrolling high-speed internet videos straight into a textbook, it's going to feel agonizingly boring. You have to deliberately drop your dopamine levels first so your brain knows, okay, we're transitioning into serious, focused work now. And the best part, you only need to dedicate about 10 to 15 minutes to this quiet ritual before your session, just 15 minutes. It might feel a little unusual at first to deliberately move that slowly, but by bringing yourself down to that calm state, you'll find it infinitely easier to focus and study for much longer stretches without completely burning out. Section 3, mastering the study break cycle. Now that we're focused and primed, we have to realize we can't just sprint a marathon without resting. After about 40 minutes of intense focus, you absolutely need to take a break. But you must use the boring break strategy. Take 10 minutes to walk outside, stretch your muscles, or honestly just stare out a window. And here's the golden rule. Absolutely no smartphones or high dopamine activities. Keep the break totally, completely unstimulating. So why do these breaks need to be so boring? Because resting isn't wasting time. It's the exact moment your brain is filing away all your hard work. Think of it like a background update installing on your phone. During these quiet moments, your brain is working furiously in the background to organize and store the data you just read. If you suddenly flood your brain with new, exciting stimuli from your phone, you interrupt and crash that crucial filing process. Section 4, the daily output-first routine. Let's map out exactly how we're going to structure your days. Think of this as your ultimate daily roadmap. It works like this. On day 1, you learn a new concept. Simple enough. But on day 2, morning, before you learn anything new, you actively recall day 1. If you forgot anything, quickly reread it, and only then do you move on to learning day 2's material. You do the exact same thing on day 3. Then, at the end of the week, you do a massive recall session of everything. Output first, every single morning, before allowing any new inputs into your brain. When you compound this daily routine over a timeline, you unlock what's known as spaced repetition. Look at how this expands. In week 2, you recall both week 1 and week 2. By week 4, you are recalling the entire month's worth of material. You are building a brick wall layer by layer, systematically building your long-term memory over a month, and telling your brain over and over again that this information is simply too important to throw away. This spaced repetition is literally you clicking the save button on your brain's internal hard drive. Without active recall, your brain treats your hard work like an unsaved document. If you don't hit save, your progress gets completely wiped out the second the system shuts down. Active recall is your mental save button. Section 5, the nighttime memory boost. As your mentor, I want to give you one last secret weapon to use right before you close your eyes. It's the 10-minute night review. But the rules are strict. Do not look at your phone, keep it totally stress-free, no intense reading, no hard memorizing. Just lightly scan today's study notes and then go straight to sleep. By making this the absolute last thing you do, you're essentially handing your brain a VIP list for the night shift, locking that specific information in while you rest overnight. You've got the exact blueprint now to stop forgetting and start retaining. You know how to calm your mind, how to structure your studying, how to take proper breaks, and how to lock it all in at night. So what are you going to conquer first? What subject are you going to hit the save button on tonight? Grab your tea, slow down to a snail's pace, and let's start making your memory permanent.